vaccination tests have failed.
With the bureaucrats out of power, we can finally take the necessary steps.
Good morning, everyone. This is going to be something new for you, ladies and gentlemen, to understand what's going on and what I'm doing here. So sit back, listen, and we can move forward from this moment forward. Anybody out there? Am I live, B-Mem? I am.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. I want y'all to listen up because I have some things that I need to discuss with you and move forward with. So, RizeUp Gaming, us as a community outside the company, and the entire world can change because some things happened, and us as a company, me and my wife and my son discussed it yesterday. We can't just sweep things under the rug anymore. We can't just sit and pretend like things doesn't happen and act and hope that things get better. We have to be forward and truthful and try everything we can to make things better because we are not trying to change the world. We're trying to change one gamer at a time to make the gaming community as a whole better. RizeUp Gaming was founded out of pure love to fight pure hate. RizeUp Gaming was founded by me and Ash, aka Zayberg, Whitney, aka Sawinia, and Andrew, aka Nivat, to combat the common day douchebaggery that happens on the internet in gaming. It has grown and grown and grown to the point where we have 3 magnificent sponsors. We have supporters out there that watch us every time somebody goes live on the channel. We have people that watches our YouTubes. We have people that interact with me and Beam Bam and Firecrow and all of us, every one of us. We have people that respect what we do. And I want to make sure that there's a couple things that's crystal clear this morning because it may be time for us to rehash some things so you understand where we've gone, where we were, where we came from, where we've been, and where we're going. So with that being said, I'm just going to dive into this head first and hope that y'all understand what I'm talking about here. Like every company, like every community on the internet, like everything ever, anywhere, your real life, people you meet on the internet, people that you meet at your local Wendy's, there's some form of drama that's always going to happen. Always. It's always going to happen. There's nothing you can do to control it. There's nothing you can do to fight it. There's nothing you can do to stop it. Your focus in life is to how well can you deal with it and how well can you move through it. And it's the proudest thing of RizeUp Gaming. I've became friends, and I mean literally friends, with one of the sponsors of RizeUp Gaming, and my proudest moment still to this day is we have survived every storm. We have survived every attack. We have survived everything that's ever happened to us as a company and as a community in the last year and 4 months. We've survived it all. We really have. We've been attacked. We've been all told to die of some horrific death. We've been all told to go to hell, that we're babying the internet, that I'm a bully, that I'm racist, that I'm sexist, and that I'm homophobic, which, you know, the people that's been here since day one, the Alpha Jokers and the Scarlets and the Beam Bams, the people that's been here a long time understands that everything I do, from the moment I wake up to the moment I sleep, and we're talking about Russell Andrew Grisham, We're not talking about RizeUp Gaming. We're not talking about Rev. We're not talking about Daniel or Beam Bam. We're not talking about Darren or Firecrow. We're talking about me. Everything I do from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep is dedicated to making at least one channel, one website, one small sector of the internet safe for people. And there's been times in the last year that people have took it upon themselves because they're not the focus of RizeUp Gaming, or they're not the focus of what we're doing, and I refuse to let that focus drift off from what it actually is, that they've left. And I wish every one of them well. I wish all and everything that gets involved with RizeUp Gaming and even helps for 5 minutes, I wish you well, and I hope that whatever serious problem you have with me or whatever petty problem you have with me, you can drop one day to realize I do everything I can, not for myself, not for Beam Bam, not for Firecrow, not for my wife, not for random streamer, not for, anybody. I do it because I want to make things better. If I have in the last year made anybody feel like they were unwelcome, one of two things has happened. One, you've misunderstood my tones and how I talk to people on a daily basis, or how I react towards people on a daily basis, and mistook that as you're not welcome here, or I don't mean what I say, or anything like that. And I'm sorry that you've misunderstood that, because I promise you, the gentleman that I have in TeamSpeak with me right now while I'm talking is one of the most strictest, morally fabric human beings on earth. If something he does not see as being morally right, not right by the company, right, not right by me, not right by my family or the struggles my families are in, not right by his family or the struggles his family has, or any of us, if it's not right by morally, Beam Bam will bust all of our asses and make sure that we all understand, hey, this is not morally right and we can't do this. If you cannot understand this, that somebody with that fortitude, somebody with that moral compass can stay around me, of all people, the one that gets the most hate, the one that gets the most hate mail, the one that gets the most crap in RizeUp Gaming. If Beam Bam can stay around me day in and day out and play games with me every day and help me run this company to be as successful as it is, maybe you're not looking at it the way that I'm trying to proceed it. He understands that everything I do is for RizeUp Gaming and not for myself. It's for my son and my daughter and not for myself. It's for Heather's children. It's for Beam Bam's future children. It's for Darren's future. It's for Darren's. It's not for us. This is not for our generation. This is for Wesley's kids. This is for Bob the Builder's kid. This is for the next generation, because these things that we have to deal with on a common everyday basis on League of Legends, on Call of Duty, on World of Warcraft, on any multiple player game, is things are just going to get worse. These things are not going to get better if somebody doesn't stand up and go, hey, enough of what you're saying. I don't have to hear this, because I can go to this one little sanctuary, and very good word, by the way, Arn, this one little safe haven of the internet, and I don't have to be treated like I'm bad because Beam Bam and Rev is better than me at a video game. I don't have to put up with you calling me homophobic slurs just because you had a bad day. I don't have to put up with, because I'm a man and blah 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 blah. Everybody that's in RizeUp Gaming, when it comes to the community itself, is equal. I don't care if you're good at League of Legends. I don't care if you're bad at League of Legends. I don't care if you're good at World of Warcraft or horrible at World of Warcraft. I don't care if you're like me and bad at every fucking game you play, no matter fucking what. I don't care about any of that. All I care about is, am I being treated the same way as Beam Bam does? Am I being treated the same way as Wheelie does on League? Am I being treated the same way as Heather and Bellari and Miss Cookie Crisp and Miss Ash is treated on Call of Duty? Am I being treated the same way as random person playing a Street Fighter game? Or even better, is Heather being treated the same way? And the answer to that, in the end, is no. We're not. Here in RizeUp Gaming, we actually all are. No matter how much you want to overextend my ego, and most of the time, I can honestly say this with a smile on my face and know that I'm telling the truth because it came straight from my wife's mouth this morning. I overinflate my ego to make things better for us. I do not use my ego to gain anything. I use my ego to gain things for RizeUp Gaming and the people inside of it. To gain things for the community around it. The people that watch us. That puts up with our marathons every month. I get told that, and this is a regular basis, ladies and gentlemen, that I get told that we're a failure because we don't have thousands of viewers, because we don't make $20, $30, $40,000 in charities every month, because we don't get the exposure as some of the other people that does the occasional stream marathon to help the gaming community better. Or just do charities for like the tragic events that just happened in the Philippines or something like that. And my response to you and them is now, has always been, and is only solidified by the gentleman that's in TeamSpeak with me, Beam Bam. I don't care if we have 5 viewers and make $5 in the marathon. I'm proud of that. Deep down, I am 100% proud of that. Because that means somebody out there understands that we are honestly just trying to make a difference in the gaming community. We're just trying to do something that is unheard of. The reason why you're getting the state of the Rise Up, or whatever you want to call this, Monica, my wife, called it the State of the Union of RizeUp Gaming, and it's something that I should be doing every 3 or 4 months here on Twitch, to be put on YouTube later, is just letting you know how I feel and how the changes that it's made in me. So if you were sitting on the outside, and one of the people that I feel that are sitting on the outside because of reasonings of my fault or things that they're thinking they're hearing and they're really not hearing, is sitting in channel now. If you're sitting on the outside going, well, I want to help, but Rev is this and this and this. Why don't you sit down with Beam Bam and talk to him? Why don't you sit down with Firecrow and talk to him? Why don't you sit down with Heather or Kellen and talk to them and actually find out my true side? The one that doesn't show up as an entertainment factor, as a jackass on the on Twitch TV. The one that doesn't do the Let's Plays that he hates because it's funny. The ones that doesn't overreact during marathons and try to give away the entire world to make $10 for a charity. Talk to them because they get it. They understand. I'm not saying that you don't understand, because maybe you do. But in the end, if you do understand and you're still not willing to ask questions or voice concerns to myself or Firecrow or Heather or Beam Bam, then I can't make you do that, and I can't feel bad for you not wanting to be part of RizeUp Gaming, or wanting to be around us, or wanting to make side little groups. I can't stop you from doing that, but I can tell you that it's something that maybe you should do if you have questions. Sit down and talk to Beam Bam. Sit down and talk to Firecrow, Heather. Wesley is right. Wesley has known me for 7 years. He has seen me go from full-fledged the worst troll on Garona's history to the man I am today. He's seen both sides. So he knows that I'm not the same person that people still accuse me of being. All of this is being brought up because we had... I want to discuss something that is very serious and something that needs to be discussed in detail, and that is, it's never okay to take revenge on somebody because you're mad at them on the internet. It's never okay for that. It's never okay for you to take revenge on somebody in real life. So, on the internet, since you have anonymity and you feel that you're untouchable because I'm just a guy behind a computer screen, or I'm just a girl behind a computer screen, it's kind of what RizeUp Gaming's fighting. Just because you can say something, just because you can do something, just because you want to do something, doesn't mean you should. Doesn't mean it's right. So, posting a conversation between yourself and somebody you had and somebody that you're mad at that happened months ago or even years ago has no effect on what's happening today. You can ruin people's lives by making decisions to make yourself feel better. There's so many other things you can do to be more constructive with your anger, with your pettiness, with your sadness, with your lost feeling. There's so many other things you could do to make that better. And for you not to do that, for you to choose to hurt somebody in ways that is unimaginable, to risk screwing somebody's future up, for you to risk causing somebody to snap and hurt themselves or somebody else, for you to risk hurting that person's feelings for even a half a second, makes no sense. I can literally, and I mean this quite literally, I can literally post a top 10 hateful statements made to me every day for the rest of this year, so a month and a half, and still have enough content to give you another 2 months next year, as of today. Not including what I'm going to get between now and the end of the year, and then the next 2 months in January and February next year. I'm talking about what I've got today. I can give you a top 10, and it keep going, and it keep going, and keep going. And I could very, very easily take those comments from the people I know who sent them, put them on the internet, and make them look like jackasses. And show the entire world what's actually said to me. And show the entire world what type of people that I'm fighting against, that Beam Bam wakes up and fights against, that Firecrow wakes up and fights against, that everybody in RizeUp Gaming has to fight against daily. I could do that very easily. And in ways, it would probably make me feel better as a human being, because then my anger is being redirected in a way that it's making me feel better, and it's destroying the person doing it. But I don't do that, and I never will do that. Beam Bam knows for a fact that I've been told in the last month to die of cancer, or they hope my kid gets ran over by a car. Multiple times. And I've never even told Beam Bam, which is my best friend in this entire world, who has said this to me. And that's honest. Beam Bam is the one person when I'm having a bad day, when my life is falling apart, when RizeUp Gaming's not going how I needed it to go, or how I perceived it in my head a year ago to go. Beam Bam's the first person I go to and I talk to. And he still does not know the people that is around him that has made hateful comments to me about me dying, about me being a babyer of the internet, about my son dying, about my wife being raped. He still does not know because it's my place to deal with these issues myself. I don't put them on the internet. I don't post them on a website. I don't post them anywhere, not even to him. And I think it's something that if I, the guy that all of you, every one of you but Heather, has honestly thought this motherfucker's got some severe issues. This motherfucker's got severe anger issues. This motherfucker has a V-chip that is broken and he just says what he wants. I hope you all realize by me telling you what I'm saying is I hold back a lot more than y'all ever will give me credit for. And that's fine. I really do. But when I wake up and one of my best friends in the entire world is in danger because of stupidity, I can't stand back and do nothing. When I wake up and something that is so important to me is being put in my face so blatantly, I can't stand back and do nothing anymore. And I can't be quiet. And I can't sit here and play a let's play of a game that I'm terrified of playing. And I can't sit here and prepare for a marathon to raise money for charity for the Wounded Warrior Foundation. I can't set up preparations for what we're doing in January for something in Norway. I can't do the things that I need to do as a business owner and as a human being, knowing that somebody has done something that needs to be handled. So the cops were called and people are going to get arrested. And that's tragic. And I'm sorry for those people. But that's nothing to do with RizeUp Gaming. That had nothing to do with us. That had nothing to do with Beam Bam, myself, Wheelie, Fire Crow, Heather, Kellen, our sponsors. That had nothing to do with us. That was angry people doing hateful stuff to try to make a name off of Rev and RizeUp Gaming. So I'm hoping that everybody understands that my bravado, my swagger, my ego, the way I talk, the way I act, the way I react, the way I speak to some of you is a certain way, not because I don't like you or not because you're not important or not because I love you. It's because I have to react and interact with people more than anybody when it comes to the actual runnings of RizeUp Gaming. I never intend to replace anybody in RizeUp Gaming. I never want people to leave RizeUp Gaming. I want people to grow in RizeUp Gaming. I want people to strive in RizeUp Gaming. And I want people to help me make it grow. I would never in a million years replace Beam Bam or Fire Crow or Heather or Wheelie or Pirate or Host or Sam or anybody with anybody else. These people and the people that has left here recently forever has a place in RizeUp Gaming, forever has a place in this movement that I started, that Whitney and Ash and Andrew helped me move forward, that Natasha Beck helped me move forward, that Nate Chatterton helped me move forward. And I don't want anybody to ever leave. But if you feel like you have to leave because I'm going to replace you or because I don't speak to you enough, remember these all important words. I'm a business owner before a friend. And people leaving my company for dumb reasons is not good business for me. People leaving my company for good reasons is not good business for me. And people not speaking to me and Beam Bam and Heather and Firecrow before they make a rash decision and do something stupid on the internet is not good business for me. This is not something that I intend to let die until I take my final breath. And there for a long time I thought, if something happens and I die, RizeUp Gaming's gone. But that's not the case no more. I do have Beam Bam. I do have Firecrow. I do have Heather and her family. I do have Sam and his family. I do have Kellen. I do have Troll Ass Wheelie. So y'all can keep pretending like getting rid of me is going to get rid of the problem. RizeUp Gaming is not the problem. Maybe you are. Because I can say with a smile on my face and happiness in my heart, RizeUp Gaming is the answer, not the problem. Companies like RizeUp Gaming is the answer, not the problem. So, if you feel like you have to be able to call somebody GAY because you're not happy with the decision they made in a video game, you're not welcome here anyway. If you feel like you have to be able to harass somebody on the internet because you are having a horrible day, you're not welcome here anyway. And if you feel like you have to come into a channel and be nothing but negative, and then when the streamer, me, tells you to take your ass because that's all you're being, then you're not welcome here anyway. I don't care about what's going on in your real life because you come in here and are a jackass to the people in the channel or the streamer. I've watched people be fucked up to Firecrow for no reason, just because they had a bad day at home. Firecrow and Beam Bam are the most understanding human beings on this entire earth I've ever met, including my wife, including Heather, including my children. Beam Bam and Firecrow are the most understanding human beings I've ever met in my entire life. And still, people come into this channel and troll them when they stream. And make shitty comments about how they're cry. If that's your focus in life, is the negativity in your life, please don't come here. Because you're not welcome here. Those are the only people that are not welcome. The ones that are breaking our rules and the ones that try to drag down the happy people with their own negativity. Because I think I could have Beam Bam speak right now and tell you my life at home is not the best. Reality check. I have to feed and home and clothe 5 children. I have to take care of 3 houses. Plus, I have a full-time 60-hour to 80-hour a week job, plus RizeUp Gaming. And when have y'all ever seen me attack somebody? I could wait forever. Beam Bam, have you ever seen me attack anybody?
Nope.
No. Man has been around for 9 months. No. Wheelie is the only human being, and it's something that I'm going to admit right now. Wheelie is the only human being that I have taken my frustrations out on, and it was done on live stream, and I lost a friend for 2.5 months because of it. And because I lost that friend, not because it was done on live stream and for you all to see, not because of any other reason, the fact that I lost my friend Wheelie for 2.5 months because of a decision I made, because I was pissed off and I went into a game already angry and I got even angrier and I lost that friend for 2.5 months, it will never happen. I don't attack State of the Troll because I don't like State of the Troll. I like Andrew. I don't attack Alpha Joker because I don't like Alpha Joker. Because I do like you. I don't say hateful things to people because I don't like you. I say the things I say to you because you've done something that has caused me to react. And instead of saying, well, rev this and rev that and rev this, why don't you say, hey, but Joker this and Andrew that and Bob this and Bob that. I'm not perfect. RizeUp Gaming is a work in progress, even for the owners. Beam Bam's the only one that doesn't have to work on it. Reality check. Me and Firecrow have to work on it daily. There's something about our real lives that we have to work on that is something that could be misconstrued or even is direct violation of RizeUp Gaming. That's why I don't crucify people for making one mistake or two or in some cases 100. And I never will. I never will. So I'm hoping that you all understand that everybody in the world's welcome here till you break one of the simple rules we have. That's a name I never thought I'd see in my chat channel again, and out of everybody in the world, I'm glad that he said something. And that's the realest shit I can tell y'all. Reality check, guys. Reality check. And this came from Beam Bam's mouth a month ago to me. I am not Jesus Christ. I am not perfect. Nor do I portray myself as being perfect. I don't need Psycho Hatchet Man and Hanzo and Wheelie reminding me that I have fucked up, because I know I have fucked up. I know I've made decisions that were wrong. The difference is I have moved on from every one of those decisions. Every one of those decisions I have moved on from. I don't think I get a fair shot, because I do think that even Flan, who's just a random viewer, as he called himself or herself, I don't remember which one, so I apologize, that I get held at the same level as Psycho Hatchet Man does, as Joker does. And in the end, I should be. That's the reality to it. Me and Beam Bam are equal. I may own the place, I may be the majority owner of RizeUp Gaming, but we're equal. Empty Eye's a random streamer for me. Random fucking streamer for me. Guys, Empty Eye's a random streamer for me. Same level. Flan Kitty is one of the newest viewers that has been more vocal here recently. Still equal. We're on the same ground. The last time I checked, I just took the same air breath that you did. So I can fuck up too. The difference is as I move on. I don't dwell on it. I could have stayed mad at Wheelie for decisions he made after I pissed him off, but I didn't. I felt bad because I forced those decisions upon him. I could have stayed mad at Hanzo for the decision on how me and him stopped talking, but I didn't. I moved on, not because I didn't care for him as a friend, because I still to this day do. Yes, Bob. You should have already got it a long time ago, by the way. I could have done all of that, and I didn't. I didn't because it's not good for me. It's not good for me to hold on a grudge. We had to change the password. I don't know how. A severe breach in security happened in RizeUp Gaming last week. Severe breach in RizeUp Gaming happened. We had to change the password, guys. I'm sorry. First time asking for it, you'll get it now. Thank you, Heather. Both of them can have it. You all can have it. You're all welcome in RizeUp Gaming. You're all welcome to stay around and have fun and chill with us and do things. I can't make that any clearer. You're all welcome here. You're all. I need people to grow RizeUp Gaming. I need more people to make what we're trying to do here work. And if you can't talk to me about an issue you may have or a concern you may have, I don't know what else me, Beam Bam, or Fire Crow, or now Heather can tell you to make you realize that it's actually an open door policy. It's actually something that we can fix. It's actually something that we want to fix. And it's actually something that we strive to fix. Because people leaving bothers me. Me having to let people go bothers me. But what doesn't bother me is when people leave or people go and they start a whole bunch of shit to make a name off of RizeUp Gaming. Because we may not have 25,000 followers on Twitter. We may not have 10,000 followers on Twitch. We may not get millions of web hits a month. But the people that do watch us are fanatical about us. So I have not ever done this, and it is something I'm going to do every couple months because I do feel a lot better by speaking my mind and you hearing the real me. I'm not thinking about what I'm saying. I'm not trying to word it perfectly, and the reason why Beam Bam's actually in channel with me while I'm streaming is because I asked him if I start getting too emotional, if I start getting too rough with you guys, to cut me off and be like, hey, you know. We hit $20,000 in donations for charities this year as a group of streamers that never gets more than 30 viewers. You can tell me I'm a failure. You can tell me RizeUp Gaming is a failure. As me and Fire Crow and everybody that's in RizeUp Gaming laughs at you in your face. Because we're far from failures. We are fucking far from failures. We've done exactly... We've actually made 4 times. And Hanzo, you, sir, were around when me and Ash were talking about, hey, if we make $5,000 for the year on charity, that'd be pretty cool. And you even agreed. $5,000 for this channel is pretty good. That's pretty cool. We only intended to make $5,000 for charity this year. So the fact that we've made $20,000 for charity this year, how is RizeUp Gaming a failure? Because people leave. Let's see. My wife has been at work at Wendy's for 16 minutes. I guarantee in that 16 minutes throughout this country, Wendy's has lost 100 employees. We still have a marathon to run this month. We still have another one this month. So, RizeUp Gaming is far from a failure. And for the people that's been around for a long time, the people that knows how this place works, they know that just by me speaking to you and speaking my love for you guys, ladies and gentlemen, and the people inside the company and the people that's even left, means that RizeUp Gaming it's a huge success because I intend to change one gamer at a time, starting with myself. Starting with my son. There's a podcast that Firecrow was on that you all need to listen to. The next time you think, hey, fuck Rise Up Gaming, and fuck the fact that we're da 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 da. Listen to the podcast. Rise Up Gaming's far from a fucking failure. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut the stream real quick, say something to Beam Bam. I'm gonna unfucking block Hanzo's goofy ass. I'm going to block State of the Troll just because it'll be funny as fuck for me to block Andrew for once. No, I'm not really gonna do that. And I'm gonna start a fucking Let's Play that you all get to enjoy me playing. Hey Hanzo, post me your Twitter link here in chat, please, real quick. I'll be right back with fucking fear. God damn it.